So you're after a 7-seater SUV, but it can't be too boring and it needs to be a little bit sporty. Well, I'm joined by the new Skoda Kodiaq Sportline, so let's see what it can do. So my last 3 videos have been hot hatches, so I thought, let's bring it down to earth, shall we? Let's do a nice, sensible family car. Well, let's be honest, this car isn't completely sensible because it's a sportier car, although you can still fit 7 people in, which is very practical. But what's underneath the bonnet? Well, you'll find a 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol, which offers 148 brake horsepower with 250 Newton meters of torque. This power is mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, but a 7-speed DSG can be selected if preferred. 4-wheel drive is on hand no matter which gearbox you have low. Which is why this particular car is muddy, so apologies. This car has been enjoyed off-road by someone else. Now, I imagine buyers of this car aren't too fussed about performance, but let me give you the figures anyway. So this car will hit 62 miles per hour in 9.9 seconds and continue to a top speed of 121 miles per hour. But like I say, this car isn't really built for speed, although it does look rather sporty. And speaking of which, let's talk about the interior. So you've got this flat bottom steering wheel finished in perforated leather, which I do rather like. Got these lovely sports seats. I must admit, they do feel a little bit out of place in a car such as this. You think of Skoda, you think of sensible, kind of sober styling, but you've got these lovely sports seats finished in leather and Alcantara. The bolsters are pretty nice as well, but I would want a little bit more support. I can feel my body sliding from left to right. Now, I know it's not designed to be an out-and-out performance car, but if you're going to put sports seats in it, I would want them just to be a little bit more, well, supportive really. The performance though isn't bad, bearing in mind this is a big, high-riding SUV which can fit 7 people in. It's pretty good. The handling isn't too bad. Yes, it's a bit roly-poly, but, well, it's an SUV. It's not going to corner completely flat, is it? But having said that, it's not too bad. It really isn't. Right, pop it into third as we go down here. Right, what are these brakes like? Brakes feel a tad spongy, but having said that, I've just stepped out of 3 different hot hatches, so let's be kind to Skoda. The ride is quite nice. It's got a firm edge to it to remind you that it's a sportier model. Oh, on the brakes there. But it still offers a nice amount of damping. There's no thuds, there's no crashes when you hit certain imperfections in the road. The gear change is also rather slick, it's got nice snappy action to it, which I do rather like, and it's not really the sort of gear change one would expect in an SUV, well, not me in particular. It's all quite nice. So this is for Sportline models, so it's designed to look sportier and be a sportier model. So it's not an out-and-out performance SUV. It's more about the styling. It's got bigger alloys, but it's quite a nice package. It's not the cheapest Kodiaq going, of course it isn't. So if you're looking for better value for money from a Skoda Kodiaq, then you may want to look elsewhere. But this is for those that want a practical family SUV, but they don't want it to be boring. So what else does the Sportline offer? Priced from £33,135, it boasts features such as 9.2-inch touchscreen, sporty body styling, cruise control, navigation, smartphone connectivity, dual zone climate control, keyless entry, full LED headlights, rear parking sensors, plus much more. But having said that, this car is still very much practical. Getting the rear seats up and down is easy. You can either choose to have a smaller boot and have space for 7 people, or you can pop the rear seats down and have a very large boot indeed. Space in the middle row is also very good. I had plenty of room behind a driver's seat altered for me. There was ample legroom and also ample headroom. There's quite a few clever features I like in here. Obviously, Skoda's tagline is simply clever. And you've got little door bins down here, so you can put a little carrier bag in them. It's got a bin logo on it, and you can use it as a bin for your sweet wrappers, which is quite a nice touch. Other clever touches include an umbrella in the front door, and there's also a removable LED torch in the boot just in case of an emergency. Now let's talk fuel economy. The 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol engine is able to offer 40.9 miles to the gallon, and it emits 156 grams per kilometre of CO2. This means for the first year of VED you'll pay a rather eye-watering £515. Now if you're looking to keep costs down, then check out the 2 litre diesel, which also has 148 brake horsepower but is able to offer 51.4 miles to the gallon with 144 grams per kilometre of CO2 emissions. This means you'll pay a much improved £205 for the first year of VED. Let's talk about the performance. It's pretty strong actually. Although it's not strictly an out-and-out performance SUV, it's no slouch either. And let's be honest, it has got a fair amount of weight to lug about. It's a big old SUV, but it certainly doesn't feel slow. It should be more than enough performance to keep most buyers happy and occupied. And it handles pretty well. Better than I expected, if I'm going to be honest. Yes, there's a bit of body lean, but you would expect that. But the grip is pretty darn good. And there we are, that's my very quick drive in a Skoda Kodiaq Sportline. In fact, I've been in the car for about 10 minutes, so yes, a very quick drive indeed. Now, the Kodiaq Sportline isn't the sort of car that I personally would be looking to buy, but if I were on the market for a sporty SUV that offers a lot of space, I don't think you can really go wrong with this Kodiaq. Mind you, having said that, this is the most expensive Kodiaq in the range, so it may not fit your budget. For example, the SE technology still offers a healthy amount of kit and is under £30,000, so that could be worth considering instead. Okay, some people may think, oh, it's a Skoda and be put off, but let's not forget the old Skoda image is long gone. Skoda makes very good cars nowadays, and this car is a perfect example of that. Now, obviously this isn't a comprehensive review, but from what I've experienced from the car so far, it feels like a strong, sturdy, solid choice. So there we have it, the brand new Skoda Kodiaq Sportline. I rather like it, I must say. It's a nice place to be, it has lovely seats, and it drives well to add to that. So yes, on my short drive, pretty impressed. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession.